Louisa, Kentucky. Please give a loud round of applause for Christopher of Atomic Universe.
Hello everybody, I'm Chris Priest. I'm the owner of Atomic Universe, and I'm also a high school chemistry teacher. So I went into teaching because I wanted to educate, not just teach. And for education, there's a lot of barriers that comes along before you can actually get to the learning part. As a teacher, you've got a lot of lesson plans to make, you've got before and after school duties, and then you have to worry about student behavior, like trying to skip class or trying to do things with the Bunsen burner that you're not supposed to. And this year, this certainly wasn't the barrier to learning. I'm concentrating so well. But seriously, resources are a major problem. Okay, resources like textbooks. So a third of my chemistry students did not have textbooks, and even worse, 3/4 of my 9th grade science students didn't have textbooks. So textbooks are essential. They have most of the knowledge that you need that's easily accessible, and it gives the student and the teacher a base to work from. Now, textbooks often look like this. There's a wall of text, and there may be a picture or a graph that might have something to do with what the paragraphs say, and may not. And this is actually really difficult to learn from. It uses a lot of brain power to read all this, make the connections that you need to be able to remember it and actually learn something new. Now, when you're in elementary school, they use something a little bit different. You'll get a flashcard with a letter on it, say turtle. And typically something else will be there with the word turtle, and a picture of the turtle. So we are very visual creatures. We need the pictures and the words and all of that to make the connections. And now we call these infographics. Now, at UC Santa Barbara, Richard Mayer has done a lot of research on digital learning. And he's come up with a lot of multimedia principles. And if we're trying to learn and we take that wall of text and we convert it into a picture with some text at the bottom, we learn a little bit better. Now, what's even better than that is if we actually make a full-on diagram and incorporate the text where it's supposed to go with the picture. So that is the easiest way for us to learn the new material, which is a far cry from most textbooks. Also, another principle is if we simplify the diagrams. So if we're trying to learn about the heart initially, it's better to learn from this cartoon version of the heart than it is the real version. Because the real version, there's a lot of other stuff going on. It makes it harder for us to pay attention to the most important parts. Certainly once you get to medical school, you want to deal with the real heart, not the cartoon version. Now, I want to take this wall of text that that we expect you to learn from all the time, and one, I want to make it digital because it's easier to carry around a phone than it is a large textbook, and I want to make it into a comic. So a comic is an infographic, but just a lot of different ones. It's sequential art, so you're able to carry a narrative and you're able to deliver information through a story, which applies to a lot of other different multimedia principles that Richard Mayer gets into. Now, my competitors, on the other hand, There is a cartoon guide to chemistry. I've tried to use this into my classroom, and the kids don't learn from it very well because it's meant for people who already know chemistry. And Pearson basically just took their textbook and put it online. No real difference. I want to make the digital comic so when you're looking at it, you can see those crisp images that will allow you to remember the information better and make those connections easier, making chemistry a little easier to learn and less, feared